Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Second Star to the Left. I'm Michelle, and this is my daughter, Billie.
Hi.
And here's where we'll share board game reviews, ramblings, and a few wrong turns along the scenic route. We're back today with our second solo-ish video and another button-shy solo-ish video.
Shocking.
I like what I like. Today we're going to do Skulls of Sedlec, but solo. Now, just like Tussie Mussy, to be very clear, you can't play this one without the solo expansion, which we have.
You had to dig it out from your other expansions.
Because I have this other pack of expansions, and I'm going to show you all of the expansions, but we're going to start with just the plain, basic solo game first, and then I'll explain how the expansions work. There are, however, even though I just said we'll start with the basic, there are two solo expansions. Mm-hmm. One of them is called Monstrance and doesn't require anything but the base game, and that's the one that we're going to use today.
What's a monstrance?
It's a monster entrance. I don't know. Why would you ask me
You're
that?
You're supposed to know stuff.
It's the solo expansion. Don't ask me stuff. The other expansion is called Crown of Bones, and in order to use all of the cards in this one, you do need to have some of the expansions. So if you're looking to buy a solo expansion, and you aren't like me and didn't buy every other expansion, then you need to kind of steer away from Crown of Bones until you have the pieces that you need to play with that. So if you're looking to just use the base game and a solo expansion, what you're looking for is Monstrance.
The monster entrance.
The monster entrance. I'm going with it. I don't know. This expansion has 6 cards, and each of those cards has a side that has an objective on it, and a side that has the pattern to build on it. So you're going to shuffle these up.
Fancy.
It is fancy. You're going to shuffle these up, and you're going to randomly choose something to build. Oh, look, the monstrance. It doesn't look like an entrance. And something to... Let's try that again.
Hey, no, put that right back. Put that right back.
Monstrance and an objective. Wow, you won't even let me cut out the bad parts.
What's it say?
So in this case, what we're going to build is a monstrance. In 1511, a half-blind monk was given the task of exhuming skeletons from the cemetery and stacking their bones in the chapel.
That sounds real.
It is real.
Wait, really?
No, this is real. I will find pictures. There is actually a Sedlec ossuary where a half-blind monk was tasked with exhuming all these bones and making things. And he made things like chandeliers and wall hangings, and they're all made out of bones. The point is, you're going to build features out of bones. And usually when you're playing in a 2-player game, you're building just a little pyramid that has 4 cards in the bottom, 3 cards, and then 2 cards. In the solo game, you're going to build 2 9-card features. One will look just like the card that you drew, and one will be that pyramid. Also going to try to reach this objective. In our case, we have the Royal Assassins, which means before scoring, royals adjacent to 2 or more criminals are face down. So the criminals kill the king. Just
only
like
if there's
in
2,
real life.
But only if there's 2 or more.
Well, it takes 2 to kill a king, I guess. This game was designed by Dustin Dobson, who also did Rove. So we're a big fan of everything that Dustin Dobson does. The original set of cards were 18 cards that had different types of skulls. And I promise that even though I keep talking about exhuming skulls and building things with them, it's really not a morbid game. In fact, you might even say the skulls are kind of cute. They're kind of cute, right?
Sure. Sure they are, Mom.
You have different types of skulls on the cards, and they all score differently at the end. The royals score 1 point for every royal or peasant below them.
There's a lot of them if they were all kings, right?
Yeah, there's just royals.
Unless they just died in rapid succession.
The criminals score 2 points if adjacent to a priest. Apparently they would like to confess. The romantics score 3 points if they are paired. The priests score 2 points once per level. So you have to make sure you don't have too many on one level or you won't score for them. Mm-hmm. And the peasants are just happy to be here and they are 1 point apiece. So you're going to try and make combinations.
Well, I don't know if they're happy to be here.
Well,
they're
they
dead.
had a pretty bad life. So these are the base skulls. And later on, I will show you some expansions that you could put in that change up the scoring. But basically, you're just trying to optimize what you draw. The way that we're going to do that is to set up our graveyard in a 2x2 grid. And you start by turning 2 of them over. On your turn, you can do one of 2 things. You can dig in the graveyard, which lets you flip over 2 cards, or you can place one into your feature. In a 2-player game, you can't place right from the graveyard, but in a solo game, you're going to place those cards right into your buildings. You don't have a hand in this game. Usually we would get to keep 2 cards in our hand, but we do not in this version. So we're going to have a look at what's available to us, and it is very priesty. There are 3 priests available to us. They're just not insanely helpful.
Well, the one card, they're stacked on top of each
if
other,
we
so
put
they wouldn't
it,
be the same level,
If we
right?
put it in the monstrance, though, it would be useful because I would score 4 points for that, and then all we have to do is put a criminal here, and we would score for him, too. So that's what we're going to do. Now I have a choice. I can either place this romantic and this priest, or I can turn over 2 more cards. I'm going to turn over 2 more cards. Oh, look at that, a criminal. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so I'm going to put the criminal right here.
I don't think you planned for this island very well.
Okay, so now we have a lot of criminals. I think I'm going to take this priest and start the other pyramid.
There's only the one pyramid.
Well, there's this thing, and then there's... Wow, I'm so glad you're here.
Does that look like a pyramid?
No, it's a monstrance. That is clearly what a monstrance looks like.
That's what a monstrance looks like,
yes,
of course.
just like that. Okay, so now we have this. Okay, let's flip to... I don't want that. I think I'm going to take these criminals and put them here so I can score next to the priest. I think that'll work. And then... I could take this romantic and put it here. In order to put this here, I need 2 cards to support it. You can't build up until you do. But that at least gives me points for them and points for this. Maybe we could get another priest here. Maybe?
Probably not.
Okay, I'm going to flip 2 more. Let's see what we get. And I am going to make mistakes in this game, so feel free to scream at the screen and yell at me. Billie always does. But just know that I've played this game a I've played this game a lot, and no matter what happens, I always have a good time just trying to figure out the puzzle of it. So, what do we have now?
Cards.
Stop that.
What?
I need a priest down here. No, I don't want a priest here. I want a priest here.
There's one.
I could do that. Yeah. Let's put this
Wait,
here.
why am I helping you?
Because that's your job.
No, it's not.
I think it is. I could... Yeah, that's not good. I don't want to use any of these. These stink. Oh, I could put this one here. And that would get me 2 points again. I'm just going to build right into the graveyard here.
Yeah, I was thinking you should also move this, because it's...
Fine. It's all good. Just flip this card.
But
They're
these
not
are
going to
here.
show, you weirdo.
Are they not on...
I don't know.
Are they on the camera now?
I don't know. You're not helping.
Guess so.
Okay, so I can't put this one here because that's not a pair.
Right.
So that's not going to help. Get these out of here. What are you... They can go off screen for now. We all know what we're building.
Sure we do.
Okay, so... We put it back. I don't know
You
what
just
I'm...
told me to take them off
No,
screen.
there. I'm just put them over here. I need to see the monstrance.
You know what you're building. You said so.
Put the monstrance back. Okay, I'll put them here. I don't know if they'll be on screen. It's fine. Okay, so... Yikes. I have to place one of these. These are the rules. Don't really want to do that, but I can
Well,
put...
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
You don't even... I'm going to put this one here. So that'll get me points for this, and there are a couple of peasants
Big
underneath.
mistake.
Move these out a little bit.
That's going to be in the way of the monsters.
It'll be fine. Okay, then we're going to flip 2 more because I don't like what we have. And then No, I can't put the romantic there because there's no way to pair her after that.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not. Because
Monsters
she'd
get
be at
stuff
the
on
bottom.
side.
I know, but she won't. She'll only get something here, and it's not the same level.
Look.
I am looking. This is this card, then this one, then there's another one. Teach Posh, I know what I'm doing.
No.
So there's a lot of royals out. Just a ton of royals kicking around. So maybe...
Also, apparently, all the lovers are girls.
Yes, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
They're romantics.
Oh, yes.
Alright, so we're gonna get rid of that royal. Push. And then I think... I don't want to put the romantic there because there's no way I could do anything. So I'm going to put this one here. Which is kind of lame, but I'm gonna do it. Yep, that's what we don't want. Okay, so I could put the romantic here.
Should you?
No, but I will.
No. Because then the other one can't go there.
Well, but if I put it here, they can't go to it.
It's true.
And if I put it here, they can't go to it. Is it? Wait.
True.
1, 2, yeah. If I put it here, no one can.
Alright, so put it here and then hope you get a better romantic card.
Yeah, I mean, that's it, right? That's what I have. So I'm gonna put it there. I'm gonna put this king. Oh, I can't. Crap on a cracker. Very nice.
Very nice.
I think we're stuck. We are stuck. So we're. Yikes. So we're gonna put a king
Next to two criminals?
here.
Dead king.
Oh, I forgot about that. Stupid objectives.
Well, I shouldn't have reminded you.
I forgot about the objective. So our objective, the royal assassins say that any king that's connected to 2 or more criminals will get face down, and then it won't score. So we do not want to put the king there. Very bad.
Bad. Being assassinated is bad.
Can I put the king here? I can.
For now.
Well, it's not for now. That's actually a good place.
It's actually a good place.
I'm gonna give you. Alright, so we have that. That's fine. I can't put the king here. The romantic's just not gonna be connected. This one's just not gonna get connected. So, yeah, no, we want to do that. I could do this.
Died of a broken heart.
Probably. There is a way that doesn't happen. There's a...
No, it would still happen, but someone else benefits from it.
Yes, there is an expansion that I will talk about later where unpaired romantics will still score you points.
If they're next to a poet who can write about the
I'm going to put this one up here. Or maybe I'll put it here. That'll be better, right? Why don't you put 1, 2, 3, 4? That's the top card.
Okay.
Alright, so then we're going to use this one. And oops, I didn't cheat. This one. And of course, they are both top, so they can't be.
If only you waited.
But if I put this one here, I'll score for the peasant. So that's a thing?
Yeah, you'll get 1 whole point.
Wow, awful feisty. I had a question whether or not I could dig this card without playing this one, because you're supposed to have to dig 2 cards, and I think the answer is no. And if I'm wrong, then I'm only making it harder for myself,
I don't
so
think you
I'm not
explained
cheating.
what the word dig means.
I did. I said you could dig, you could turn 2 cards over.
Did you?
I did.
I wasn't paying attention.
I know you weren't. That's why I bring you on so that I can explain things another time.
Shush.
Shush. Alright, so we're just kind of... This stinks. I don't know, it just stinks. So it's going to go here. It doesn't do any good or any harm. And then we'll flip these 2. Those are our last 2 cards. I can get points for this. Right? So because I'll get points here.
That's something at least.
And then I can put this one here.
And kill the kings.
Oh, it kills this king, but not that king. So do I want to switch them?
Do you?
I mean, if I go like this, I'll still get 2 points for this.
Will you?
Yeah.
Why? Why would the priest get 2 points?
2 points per level.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting they can get points outside of criminals.
Alright, I'm going to go with this. So this is our monstrance that we built, which I'm sure is partially out of frame, so we'll deal with that. Alright, well, Billie scooched our monstrance a little bit, so maybe you can see it. Now you can see it. So, what we have to do first is check out our objective to see if any royals with 2 or more criminals attached to them. So here's a royal, good to go. Here's a royal, good to go. Here's a royal, we're okay. So, okay, we don't get penalized for any of those. And the next thing we're going to do is add up the points. So let's start with the priests because they're here. So we get 2 points per priest per level. So we're going to get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 points for the priest. Pretty good. I'm happy with that. So next we're going to score the peasants. They're just 1 point apiece. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the peasants.
Wait.
8.
So, okay, so 8?
8, yes. 8 peasants.
Plus.
So we're going to score the royals. And the royals get 1 point per royal or peasant below. So this one on this level gets 1, 2, 3, 4 points. You writing that down?
No, yeah.
Yeah. This royal gets 1, 2, 3 points. This royal gets 1, 2, 3, 4 points. And this royal gets 2 points. So those are the royals.
Is that everyone?
Those are all the royals. We still have to do the romantics, and I only get...
Oh, and the criminals.
I only get 6 points for the romantics. Some of those got stranded out in the monstrance. The criminals get 2 points if they're adjacent to a priest. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 points for the criminals.
Is that everybody?
That's everybody. What's the total?
55.
55.
Play along at home. See if you can beat that. You probably can. What's it say?
Humble monk. It's not great. 55 is not great. We should have touched. Oh.
Oh, they don't even put that low a number on here. The lowest is 60 that gets a name.
Okay, so
you're not even a humble monk.
So like I say, you don't want to watch me for strategy. You just want to watch me to see if this is the kind of game that you might enjoy.
It's really fun.
Okay, look, I never said I was good at games. I just said I liked them.
You've said you were good at games multiple times.
Well, that's to you. That's different.
Then you shouldn't have shuffled them.
I lost my temper. So you got an idea of how it works when you just play with the base game and some of the objectives. They also have really cute holiday objectives like a gargoyle and a jack-o'-lantern for Halloween. Nice. And there was a Christmas tree and a bell for Christmas.
Tree made out of skulls.
And a flower and a gift bow. They were really cute. You can sometimes find those on the site. But what I want to talk to you about are the other expansions. There are other expansions.
And you own them?
I might own all of them. Each set of expansions.
You don't even know all of the expansions you have. You have more than you realize.
Well, there was a campaign where you could get a whole set of expansions, and I've only played with them. I recommend that you only mix in one set of expansions, because what's going to happen if you mix in more is you're not going to get the cards you need to score. And when you mix in more, some of the cards stay in the graveyard. I did play a crazy game where I mixed in a whole bunch, and that didn't go well. So I would suggest
Were you a humble monk? Did you score humble monk?
I usually score humble monk. Don't mock. We're going to go through the expansions, and you can see how this would change the scoring and if they might be some that you might like. The first one we're going to talk about is the champions, and they like to be next to the people that they protect. So, for example, this is a champion of the peasants.
Oh.
Yeah, and this is a champion of the criminals. Not sure that's a champion, but let's go with it. And you have them for royals, romantics, priests, etc. So you're going to have these, and they get 1 point per connected skull of that type. So you're going to score points for those that they protect. Now you have the executioners, and they're going to score 1 point plus 1 point per connected criminal. So if you surround the executioner with criminals, you're going to get a lot of points for those. We also have castle guards. They're cute. And they score 1 point plus 1 per royal below them, because they like to be overlooking the royals and taking care of them. So
it's a military coup.
Or they're protecting the royals.
They're taking over the afterlife.
You never know. This one is Ultimate Champions.
It's like Champions, but better.
Yeah, this one I just got in part of the Board Game of the Month Club. And if you haven't checked that out on Patreon, you should go check out Button Shy's Patreon, because you can get these things sent to you every month. Like we do. This one is just a little 1-card expansion, and they get score points if they're connected to other champions.
They do get score points.
They do get score points. This is one of my favorite expansions, and these are the poets.
Yeah, they're great.
The poets score points for unrequited love. So for every romantic that they're next to that isn't paired with another romantic, the poets get a point. Those poets, they love their melancholy. Then we have merchants, and the merchants score 2 points for every adjacent peasant, but they lose 2 points for every adjacent criminal. So they make money off the poor, but the criminals will steal from them. They're all really thematic.
Kind of rooting for the criminals here.
They're all really thematic, so they make sense when you're playing. The last one I have is the Zealots, and they're going to score 1 point per priest above and 1 point per priest below. Zealots. Then the last thing that's here is our other expansion for solo, and that is Crown of Bones. And in order to play this one with all the cards and get the full experience out of it, then you're going to want to have the executioners, the poets, the champions, the zealots, the castle guards, and the merchants. So Crown of Bones is a really great additional solo expansion, but if you don't have those expansion packs, you're not going to be able to do it because you're not going to have the right cards to meet the objectives on the back. You could use the shapes on the front to build, but you won't have them on the back. That is Skulls of Sedlec, and it is one of my favorites to play solo.
It sure is. I don't know why you looked at me. What was that?
Have you played it solo?
Not solo. I've only played it with you so far.
So I have played it 2-player, and it works really well 2-player.
It does.
Except that then you're battling in the graveyard for bones. So I like it a little bit better solo, where you're just puzzling out how you can maximize your score, which clearly I don't always get the highest score, but I really like this game. It's nice. It's peaceful. As morbid as it sounds, it doesn't feel morbid when you're playing it. And I recommend
might to a normal person.
I recommend giving it a try if this looked like fun to you. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see,
or if you'd like to keep watching until we get one right,
then please like, subscribe, and share. As always, open tables, open minds, and play yourselves.
Bye! Screen looks fine. You'll probably hate it in post, though.
Why?
Well, you will no matter what we do. Am I wrong?
Yes.
This is France?
I promise this. I don't know. Why would you ask me? You're supposed to know. How am I supposed to know?
You speak French.
Oh, no, it's not in France. France isn't as creepy, right?
I don't know. They have the catacombs.
I don't know where it is. Don't ask me if it's France.
There's those catacombs under Paris. Yes. Look it up.
I'll put the information here.